God's attention. Get that on the chat. That's where I'm going today. Get God's attention. That's where we at today. It's time to get God's attention. And I'm going to show you how you could get God's attention. Because some of you need to get God's attention. Because you need God to do some things for you, to work out some things. You need God to change some things and to fix some things. So it's time for you to get God's attention. And this is one way. You're going to have to do something extraordinary as a expression of your faith. Do something extraordinary as an expression of your faith. do something big where it can catch God's attention. You could do something big for somebody. You could sow a big seed to get God's attention. You could do something that ain't really like you, but you're going to step out of your comfort zone. Why? Because you're trying to do something that's not like you so you could get God's attention. But it's something that God will love for you to do. So when you do something extraordinary as an expression of your faith, it's showing God, I'm doing this because I got faith, God, that you're going to work out that. You're going to remove that. You're going to get me out of that. You're going to bring something big to me, God. So I'm doing something to get your attention. If you go on a fast, that get God's attention. Oh, you push that plate aside and you go straight into fasting and praying. Oh, I done seen people fast and pray to get God's attention when they needed a decision to make. So they said, I'm not going to make this decision until God speak. So I seen them say, I'm going to push my plate aside until God give me the direction, till God tell me what to do, till God say yes or no in this situation. And when you do that fasting and praying, it gets God attention. It gets the hand of God to move. It get God to speaking. It get God to say, hold up. They don't push their plate aside. I got to give them the answer. Oh, they asking me and fasting and praying. I gotta show up for them. Oh, they fast and prayed and they need me to heal them. I got to heal them. They fast and prayed. They need to get out of this debt. I got to get them out. Because they did a sacrifice. They done got my attention. Giving to people, doing for people, get God's attention. One person said, hey, I like the tie that I seen you had on. I said, oh, you like that? It's old. No, but I really like it though. Then they told me another time. They mentioned it to me a couple times. So what I did was, I said, you know what? I'm going to give that to them. It's a Gucci tie with the hanky. So I said, I'm going to give them this Gucci tie. And I would have been gave it to the person, but I couldn't find the hanky. So I finally said, let me go and really look for this hanky because I really want to give this to this person. And then some of you may say, man, I could never do something like that. I'm not giving away no Gucci tie. I'm not giving away these red bottom shoes. No. I'm not giving up my YSL purse. Oh, no, I can't do that. Some people can't do it. Simply because of the amount that you paid for it. But, Prophet, I can't do that just because somebody gave me a compliment. I seen my wife the other week. Somebody gave her a compliment of some earrings she had on. I seen her order the earrings for the person right when she got home. She ordered the earrings for him. They complimented her. She was going to take them off again. She said, know what? They done been in my ear. I'd rather just buy her a brand new pair and order them. When you doing for other people, you get God's attention. Mess around and sow one of them extraordinary seeds. You will get God's attention because it's an expression of your faith. Do something for somebody that's in need and watch you get God's attention. Go on a fast and watch you get God's attention. Do what you can do. You could give somebody a ride. You could call somebody and encourage them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. 2 seeds, 4 o'clock I gave. Yeah, I got you, Luis. Remind me to pray over it when I'm done, Luis. I seen it though. You could give somebody a ride. You could call somebody up and encourage them. You could go to the grocery store for an elderly person that can't get out. You could do something. Start today. Start doing something for other people. Do something to get God's attention. So I said, first thing I said, you got to do something extraordinary as an expression of your faith. So by fasting, doing something for people, getting out your comfort zone and sowing a seed that you never sowed before, it's an expression of your faith. Doing something that you never did before because it was out of your comfort zone, but you saying, God, I'm gonna do this for you. Whatever it is, you could get God's attention. Get God's attention and watch this. God will do your stuff. He'll handle your stuff. He'll start making a way for you. He'll start opening doors for you. Oh man, he'll enlarge your territory. He'll bless you indeed. And that's when you can experience the abundance. When you get God's attention. But you're never gonna get God's attention just sitting there. You're not doing nothing for nobody else. You ain't encouraging nobody. You ain't putting in no seeds in the ground. You ain't giving nobody a ride. You ain't going to do nothing for nobody less fortunate. You just sitting up harboring everything for yourself, doing for yourself, and wondering why you ain't got God's attention, wondering why you ain't walking in that abundance, wondering why the favor of God ain't connected to you. Because God said, why favor them? Why do for them when I want to do for this person that's doing something for me big? That's riding somebody, that's fasting, that's sowing big seeds, that's doing something for that old person, that's calling people, encouraging, interceding for other people. You got to learn how to stretch your faith. My God, do something out of the ordinary. Oh, I'm trying to wake you up. I got you later, Felicia. Make sure you put it back up. Learn to stretch your faith. You got to do something out of the ordinary. If you want an extraordinary harvest, you might have to sow an extraordinary seed. Instead of sitting home watching TV every night, why not spend time doing something good for somebody else? Do something extraordinary, so you could get an extraordinary harvest. Instead of going out to eat at an expensive restaurant, why not save the money? You could sow into somebody. You could put a seed in the ground in the offering. You could use that seed to help somebody. You could be a blessing that might get them to work. That might be their bus fare all week. It don't take a lot, but sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone and do something that you don't do ordinary, because you're doing something extraordinary because you want an extraordinary harvest. When I needed God to move for me and get me out of that financial dump I was in, when I had got messed up for them 3 months, I started sowing some extraordinary seeds. I put it in the ground. I did it for 3 months. The fourth month, I got up out of that thing, and I'm talking about I was balling. Oh, it came big. Overflow hit me. But I went through for 3 months. But while I was going through for 3 months, I sowed some extraordinary seeds because I needed an extraordinary harvest. I was doing for people. Oh, I was looking out for people. I was helping people. I was showing the love of God because I needed an extraordinary miracle, blessing. I didn't want to be stuck in that place I was in. So how did I get out? My worship, my praise, my seeds, my help. Oh my God, my talking to God, never giving up on God, showing God that no matter what, I'm still down with you, God. That's all it is. That's all it is. If you normally, I'm gonna show you how to get God's attention. If you normally give 10% of your income, give a little bit more. I do it every week. I don't just get 10%. Yeah, but I ain't saying get 20. I ain't even saying get 15. Do 11. Do 12%. Say, God, I'm trying to get your attention now. God, I'm going to do a little bit more. Because why? Why? Because I need something extraordinary, God. I need something big. I'm going to get a little more seed in the ground, God. And watch what God will do. Watch how God take it and work it for you. Watch this. Let me show you this. This Bible. Over in Luke 6:38. The scripture says, whatever measure you use to give, large or small, will be used to measure what is given back to you. So it's up to you. You want to put it in small, well, you'll get back small. You want to put it in extraordinary, you're going to get it back extraordinary. I was reading it out the TLB version, though. It says it different in every version, but it all mean the same. Whatever measure you use to give, you want to do a little for people. You want to put a little seed in the ground? You want to do something big for somebody? You want to put a big seed in the ground? Will be used to measure what is given back to you. So in other words, if you give a teaspoon, it's going to give you back. It's going to give back to you with a teaspoon. If you give a shovel, it's going to give back to you a shovel. Watch this one. And if you give with a dump truck, you're going to get dump truck loads of blessings in your life. God, I need dump truck loads. I don't need a teaspoon or a shovel is bigger. No, I need them dump truck loads, God, of blessings. Oh, I'm expecting this month a dump truck load of blessings. So what I got to do? I got to give dump truck size. I got to help a dump truck size better and bigger for people. I got to do something and stretch a little further, a little bigger, because I need a dump truck size miracle. I need an extraordinary miracle. I need an extraordinary miracle. I got to stretch my faith. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand Bishop some bigger seeds because I need some bigger blessings. I'm going to do something bigger for somebody because I need a bigger blessing. And see, the scripture is not ambiguous about this matter because it says, in everything you do, put God first. And he will direct you and crown what? Your efforts with success. That's in Proverbs 6:3. That's Proverbs 6:3. Read it. So if you want to prosper in your finances, put God first. If you want to prosper in your business, put God first. When you honor God, God will always honor you. And it's interesting that the only place in the Bible God calls us to prove him. He said, when you release your tithes, he said, prove me. Prove me. I'm telling you to do it. He said, prove him, which means to test him or to check him out. Because he gonna do his part. He gonna show up. So he said, prove him. Because he already told you, I'm gonna give it back to you, pressed down, shaking together and running over in your bosom. And if you will be faithful and show God that you're trustworthy with what you have right now, let me tell you something. There's no limits to what God will do for you in your life. Prove him, try him, and see, will he open up the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, pour out a miracle, pour out a dump truck load of blessings on you. Psalms 37:3. I'm reading it out of the NLT. It says, trust in the Lord and do good. Then you will live safely in the land of prosperity. Oh my goodness. Trust in the Lord and do good. Then you will live safely in the land of prosperity. Read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. 2 Corinthians 9:6. I'm reading this out of the King James. 2 Corinthians 9:6 says, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. And he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. That's why I tell you, do what you want to do. That's on you. I don't get on here telling you what to do, what not to do. That's between you and God. You cannot do a kindness too soon for anybody. For you never know how soon it will be too late. Oh, that's just a jewel I dropped on you. So I'm speaking today, God, I will honor you with my finances. I will not only give what is expected, I will give that which is unexpected. God, I'm going to do for people. I'm going to put seed in the ground. I'm going to worship you. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get you. To those who don't have the resources to do something similar for me. They don't got to do it for me, but I'm going to do it for them. And it starts today. It starts today. I'm telling you right now, it starts today. Go out and give somebody a hug that's going through it. You don't always got to give finances. Get somebody a ride. Go grocery shopping for somebody. They got their own money. They just can't leave the house. They sick or they old. Go grocery shopping for somebody and bring it back. You don't always got to have finances. Call somebody and encourage them today. Say, you know what? I know you've been going through. I just want to encourage you that trouble don't last always, that everything going to be all right. Let them know that you praying with them and standing in agreement with them. You need to come out of a financial situation. You need the hand of God to move out of court case. Sow an extraordinary seed and direct that seed and say, God, I need you to do this. I never sowed a seed like this before in my life, God, but I'm doing something to get your attention. Go on a fast. God, I need your hand to work. I need your hand to move for me right now. I need a miracle. I'm about to fast myself into a miracle, God, because I got to get your attention. I got to get to you, God. Father, I pray over everybody right now. God, we do not want to rob from you. We don't want to be in that category of a God robber. God, we don't want to take credit for the blessings in our life neither. And all of it comes from you, God. But God, we're trying to get your attention today, God, because we're expecting something this month, God. So forgive us, God, for the times We've been selfish with what you have given us, God. But today, God, we want to honor you with our finances, with our faith. Even beyond the 10%, God, we want to honor you. God, we want to do more for other people, God. We don't want to be selfish Christians, God. So, God, we want to be extravagant in our love for you and in our love even for other people, God. So help us today, God, to follow your lead, to honor you by being faithful with what you have given us, God. So we thank you for everything you've done for us, God. But God, we break every selfish spirit, every me spirit, every spirit that is just about us. And we ask you to remove that so we can help others, God. So we could do more for the kingdom, God. So we could do more for you, God. God, we just trying to get your attention, God. So we want to do something extraordinary as an expression of our faith. So we walking in faith, God, and not by sight today, God. Believing that we're going to get your attention to perform a miracle in our life and see a big harvest, see a dump truck load of blessings in the month of April, God. Release it over your people, God, right now, over all of us right now, God, in the name of Jesus. Dump truck of blessings, my God. I'm expecting that. Oh, yeah. I'm expecting that dump truck. I'm expecting a extraordinary harvest. And I'm talking about the month of April. Because April is the month of abundance. I'm walking into the summer, walking into abundance, because I'm expecting a release to hit me in this abundance of April month. Oh, no. You got to have the faith. You got to see it. You got to speak it. So you got to see it. You got to speak it. And you got to have the faith that it's going to happen this month. Come on, somebody type that. See it, speak it, and have the faith. Get that on the chat. For my abundance. For my abundance. See it, speak it, and have the faith for my abundance. Get it on the chat.